안녕하세요. 미라클 리딩입니다. 오늘 다꿈부자습관 챌린지 11차입니다. The Present 52쪽에서 57쪽 읽어보도록 할게요. Many of the people who had the most difficulties were worried about the mistakes they had made, or about the mistakes they were afraid they might make. The old man said, some were angry about something that had happened to them at work in the past. I know that feeling, replied the young man. The ones who were doing well concentrated on their work at that moment. They made mistakes like everybody else, but they were able to learn from them, let go and move on. And they did not talk as much about what was wrong. The old man continued, it seems to me, rather than look at your past and learn from it, you choose to ignore it. Many people avoid looking at the past because they do not want to be troubled by it. They say things like, my past experiences brought me to where I am today. They don't ask themselves where they would be today if they had looked at their past experiences and learned from the things that didn't go well. As a result, they learn nothing. The young man said, so like me, they keep making the same mistakes. In those areas, their present is just like their past. Well said, the old man responded. When you do not use your feelings about the past to learn from your experiences, you lose the joy of the present. Once you have truly learned from the past, it is easier to enjoy the present. While it is true that one must not live in the past, for then you are not living in the present. It is important to use the past to learn from your mistakes. Or if you've done well in the past, look at why and build on your successes. The young man was confused. He asked, when should I be in the present and when should I learn from the past? That's a good question, replied the old man. You might find this useful. Anytime you are unhappy in the present or feeling unsuccessful, it is time to learn from the past or plan for the future. Anytime you are unhappy in the present or feeling unsuccessful, it is time to learn from the past or plan for the future. Only two things can rob you of the joy of the present: your negative thoughts about the past or your negative thoughts about the future. The old man offered, you may find it most helpful to begin by looking first at what you think about the past. We'll get to the future later, the old man promised. The young man said, so anytime I feel something is interfering with my enjoying the present and doing well, that is the time to look at the past and learn from it. Yes, the old man replied. The time to learn, he confirmed, is any time you want to make the present better than the past. When you feel upset or have any other negative feelings about the past that are interfering with the present, that is when you need to take the time to look at the past and learn from it. The young man asked, why is it a good time to learn when I'm feeling something negative? The old man answered, because you can use your feeling to teach you. So how do I learn? The old man answered, "The best way I know of is to ask yourself 3 questions and answer them as honestly and realistically as you can. What happened in the past? What did I learn from it? What can I do differently now? What happened in the past? What did I learn from it? What can I do differently now?" The young man said, "In other words, you think about a mistake you made and see how you could do it differently now." Yes, and don't be too hard on yourself. Remember that you did the best you knew how at that time. When you know better now, you can do better now. The young man said, "So when you behave in the same way, you get the same results. But when you behave differently, you get different results." The young man said, "Yes, the good news is the more you learn from the past, the fewer regrets you have, and the more time you have in the present." Before he left, the young man made several more notes. Look at what happened in the past. Learn something valuable from it. Use what you learned to improve the present. Look at what happened in the past. Learn something valuable from it. Use what you learned to improve the present. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.